Is it working? I don't know. This is why I don't like freaking doing the pre-stream, setting them up. Oh, it's always so nerve-wracking. But anyways, hello everybody. Let me tell you about Homestuck, because today is 4/13. We're excited. We've been ready for the stream. We've been I was gonna say we've been working on this for months. I've mainly just been having the idea for months. So now I'm glad to finally get to play this game, because honestly it's been sitting in my Steam this entire time and I was like, I don't really want to touch it until the time is right. And the time is beautiful. The time is nigh. We shall ascend and finally play this beautiful game that Hussie gave us. At least I think Hussie gave it. And honestly, I didn't really check the cards. I know, yeah, well, Hussie gave it to us still. I would assume so. But we still get all the good old people that worked on just the original Homestuck. We got Toby Fox in there. Not as many songs, honestly, as I figured before. Do we even have Megalomania? We don't in this. That's okay. We don't need it. It would be appreciated, but we don't need it. Honestly, I wouldn't really know where it'd fit into this time of game. No, I exited it out. Of course I did. That's okay. I hope y'all are ready for the ride, and we shall start soon. But yes, happy 4/13, everybody. So previously, what I used to do for 4/13s was me and one of my friends would host meetups. So we would like pick a little park or whatever, and I would normally dress up as God tier John, while my friend would be dressing up as God tier Dave Shedder. We'd even go to school like that and full out cosplay, because it would normally be something that we would do just after school as that activity. So that was always fun. Of course we got like stairs and stuff like that, but every 4/13 normally went in cosplay. And then afterwards, bro, I still don't know what the heck is going on in Homestuck. Nobody knows what's going on in Homestuck. It's fine. We don't need to know what's going on in Homestuck. We just live for the experience, you know? That's what it's for. Did I ever finish Homestuck? No. Was I extremely close? I was in like Act 6, Intermission 5, or something like that, you know? Never got to that part. The part that I got down to was Gamzee's in a fridge, and they're all just kind of like sitting around, and it was a kind of choose your own side quest of like whose perspective you want to go after. I think I got through like Dave's and Karkat's, and that was about it. But I don't think I finished after that. But I will. One day we'll finish. Also, there's gonna be some. I got told, you know, there's some spoilers as far as Homestuck goes. You don't need to have read Homestuck in order to enjoy the stream, nor do you need to have read Hive Swap or played, you know, whatever. It would help get with like references and such, but it's not necessary. But anyways, we'll start. That was 4 minutes of rambling. We can select a friend. Do you know who we're going for? Because it's the only person I ever really actually want to go for. Oh, shoot, Volume 9. Should we start with Volume 1? It's John's birthday. We should probably visit John. I mean, I guess if we're doing anything, yeah, let's visit John, and then we could visit Jane. For their day of birth. It's been a long time coming. You clicked to the last page. Oh god, that's loud. It's just so blasting. You click to the last page of Homestuck epilogues. You read it, then you read it again. You scroll down to the next section to find nothing. The little blue arrow you crave is nowhere to be found. What the heck? Are you serious? What kind of ending was that? Absolutely nothing got resolved. Oh, it's still loud, but that. You stand up so fast your chair falls over. Jesus Christ, are you steamed? Maybe eventually, with further thought, you'll come up to appreciate the thematic elements of contributions to narrative convention. But as of right now, you need to understand what happened to dead John. What about Rose and Kanaya? What about their marriage? What about Rosie and Visca? Mans is heated. God, you have You have to have words with somebody, stomping out of the little yellow computer in your room. You blink a few times, trying to readjust the dim parlor after staring at the screen for so long. Doc Scratch? Where's that creepy round motherfucker? You sure got his number now. You know all about it. How he ruined the lives of 8 human kids and 12 trolls. How he played everybody, including you. Very least he owes you is a satisfying conclusion to the end of the story. Did we not get a satisfying ending? I mean, I'm pretty sure, I think Calliope was okay and her brother died, did he not? Was that not our satisfying ending? I wouldn't know because I didn't freaking finish reading it. You march confidently down. I'm such a fan I am. Didn't finish reading it. You march confidently down the hall in the direction of Sen and Ruckus, turning the corner to see 2 figures. One is definitely Doc Scratch. The other is a dark silhouette in a fashionable hat and a coat. While you watch, the latter begins to hit the former with a cane. Is it Majida? Oh, god damn it. You know what's happening. You know some lore. You need to get out of here before this place goes up in flames. Survive now, you'll yell about unsatisfactory narratives later. With that in mind, you leave behind this ridiculous altercation. Trampling a pile of notes and photographs underfoot, you make a run for the fenestrated wall. See you, suckers. You sail through the feet first. Branching furrows smell overturned earth in the sight of all twin Alternian moons. Man, it's gonna be a good when you see your friends again, especially now that you've armed with all this canon knowledge. What surrounds you is not Frozer's corpse of field. It's a whole lot of nothing. Are you lost between worlds or something? Dude. It's gonna be so difficult reading this, because honestly, like, Homestuck is filled with, like, such deep vocabulary that's... I learned a lot of freaking words, like, reading Homestuck growing up that I didn't know before. It's a lot. And me being dyslexic is not gonna help at all. Wait, no, you see a glimmer in the distance. A bright white light. Swallowing down the surge of panic, you move towards it. Ooh, it's a house! You wonder if you can just sort of... You know what happens if you touch that. Why are you doing that? Oh, okay, well, you did that. A barrage of images hit you. Broken, chaotic flashes. Too fractured to make sense of. You just stuck your hand to the most powerful item in the whole of this narrative, and your body's not taking it well. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, why would you stick your hand in that? What do you mean? Especially with all the canon knowledge that you know. Bright, sizzling pain hits the nerve center of your brain and radiates out to your extremities. Wow, you are a moron. You aren't a comic character. You aren't meant for this sort of metatextual energy. It hurts, it burns, it unravels you from inside out, and everything goes away. Damn. Well, that was the game, guys. We're at John's house. Oh my god. Let's see, the music is loud. Yeah, I figured it was loud. Let me... Now I can hear. Oh, okay. So it was just loud before. No problem. Things happen in Homestuck. Imagine things happening in Homestuck. Yes. But meaning, the air is fresh and crisp. It's early spring, probably. Oh, another thing. I'm sorry if my voice sounds like crap. I'm still getting over a cold. It is what it is. I'm gonna stick through this, though, and try to do all the voices that I can. It's early spring, probably. You find yourself on the sidewalk of a suburban neighborhood, facing a neat, friendly house. A neat, friendly boy house. Oh, a neat friendly boy stands at the window of your second floor, looking down at you. At least, you hope he's friendly. Man, you would really love to be his friend. At first, you think the boy is looking at you, but instead he appears to be looking at the mailbox, which is stuffed so full that the floor is the door's half open. Looks like somebody crumpled the whole box in there. Hopefully, you pull it out. Along with a couple of coupons and envelopes and stamped with green symbol. You go to give the boy a thumbs up, but he's no longer at the window. Memory pinpricks at the corners of your awareness. You feel like you're maybe done this before? While you're standing there ruminating, a car pulls up. The driver is wearing a hat and a suit. And it's probably the owner of this house, and the father of that friendly boy. Is the music still loud? I still feel like it's loud. We'll turn it down a little bit. Oh shit, you're just standing here with all this mail. He's gonna think you're trying to rob the place. Hide the evidence. You're gonna play it cool. Not wanting to behave like a complete buffoon and draw attention to yourself, you just hide all the mail, stuff behind your back. There's a bunch of envelopes, though, and the box is bulky, so it all sort of slithers from your grasp, like a bunch of dead snakes. The distinguished man in the flawless suit looks at you from across the yard. You can't see it in his eyes under the brim of the hat, but you are absolutely sure he's giving you a look of intense fatherly disapproval. A bolt of shame goes through you. Wow. This guy is good. He's not even your dad and you were just losing it under his disapproval. You expect him to start shouting or calling the cops. You're so obviously stealing his mail, but instead he just keeps looking at you. Does he know you? That's good. Oh, okay. That's good. But the music is okay now. Unless it's too quiet now. I don't know. I can't tell. Is he somebody you should remember, or is it just the platonic ideal of deadliness that ceases time and space, eternal all in iterations of reality? That sounds like some bullshit, though. Slowly, the distinguished man shakes his head. He goes inside. You can't quite put your finger on why, but you know you have been similarly dismissed. Oh no! Is this the bad ending? No! Oh crap. We gotta go back. It's fine. Volume 1, magic is fucking real. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and hide the evidence this time. Also, that was so nice that they have this. I didn't think it was gonna jump us all the way back here, but that's beautiful. Quickly, as you can, you turn around and dump everything in the sewer. Whatever, this is probably all garbage anyways. Who even uses their mailboxes these days? A friendly and fatherly figure parks his car, climbs out, and tips his hat to you, then walks into the house, not sensing a single thing amiss. The perfect crime. Oh, but here comes a boy out in the front door. God, you hope he wasn't coming down for the mail. A residential boy approaches. John! Happy birthday! Wait a minute. This is not the same boy you saw peeking through the window. It's possibly not a boy at all. It appears to be a mysterious gentleman, Perry the Platypus. You wonder what business his fine, upstanding neighborhood gentleman would have with you. Hi. I just saw you standing here and messing with the mailbox. I figured you might be the mailman. Even though you're not wearing a mailman outfit. Oh, yeah, that's you. You're definitely the mailman. Your outfit is, just in the laundry today. You're just wearing your mailman hoodie instead. See the symbol? It's the symbol of, mail. Nothing stops the mail. That's great. I guess it's true after all. The mailmen are never completely relentless with their quest to deliver people's mail. You guys are incredible. Speaking of mail, do you know if I got any today? What? No, the red package? I haven't seen anything like that. No bills, no junk mail, nothing like that at all. Mail was empty when you looked inside. Well, I didn't say anything about a red package. Should I be expecting one? Come to think of it, it is my birthday, so getting a package in the mail would make sense. And if it's red, that would probably mean it's coming from Dave. He loves red. But I guess it's cool. Oh man, I wonder what he got me. Nothing. He got you nothing, you say. Isn't he listening? This Dave fellow probably forgot his birthday due to being a bad friend, and that's why there's no package, red or otherwise. What? Oh, just kidding, you say. You're sure Dave's a great friend who cares about his kid a lot. His present is probably just late. God, brain just not working. And definitely slowly shaking in suburban river of shit right now. It's not... What? This is a strange thing to say. Are you sure you don't know more about Dave's present than you're telling me? No, you say. Absolutely not. Actually, he should forget about what you said. The present being late, he should have never been expecting a red package. Not now, not ever. He should just trust you, because all mailmen know everything about mail. Dang, so nothing else? Huh? Katia, you're here! Professional stream, yeah, 10 out of 10 professional stream. We screwed up in the beginning, but it's all chill. I'm sick. I'm not gonna, like, I can't push back 413 though, you know? Like, I made the fancy horns and everything for my VTuber. Oh, speaking of the horns, these were my OC that I made back in middle school. These are the horns that I used, I created. And so, like, that's what I used in the thumbnail and everything as well. It looks nothing like the OC that I created, which is on, like, the thumbnail, but, you know, I still wanted to have some sort of piece of that OC. You know, I had a foreboding feeling all week. I almost forgot it was 413. Oh my gosh. Yeah. No, you can't escape it. You can't fight the Homestuck. It's here forever. You said the box was empty. I don't think I understand. Isn't that how it always is when you deliver mail? I mean, you're the guy who's supposed to put stuff in there. Yes, that's right. You're the mailman, the absolute authority of all mail. Which means you would be accepted without question when it comes to the mail he didn't get today. You double check everything. You look thoroughly through your mail bag for everything with this kid's name on it and come up empty. Sorry, dude. You have a mail bag? Where is it? That old thing. You accidentally dropped it in the sewer before the boar came outside. Yes, before the boy came outside. Oh, no, that sucks. All that mail ruined. Maybe I could help you fish it out. No, you mean that's fine. Thank you for offering, fine young smartarian. But the government will handle this. There's like insurance and such for sewer-related postal mishaps. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. But what if you miss something in there for me, like a game envelope or such? Are you totally sure you didn't miss something? Yes. You are sure. You triple-checked and you didn't see his name on anything. Besides, it's really ranked down there. Very sewery. All the mail has been befuddled beyond any hope of salvaging it. Really, it's best not to bother even peeking inside. You're probably right. But, hey, do you know there wasn't any mail for me if you didn't know my name? What? Oh, god damn it. Huh? Oh, you mean, of course you know his name. Mailmen are sort of like Santa Claus. They know all names of all little boys in their delivery routes. Are we gonna get to name him Zeus Smell? Oh my god. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but oh, we have a save slot. I'm just gonna use it. Close menu. I almost quit game again. Dude, I need to stop doing that. You know, okay. As long as healed, you can't fight the Homestuck, though it's weird and random, it's the greatest fandom. Wait, okay, that sounded creepy. You really, really regret paraphrasing it like that. You were so completely unnecessary. You just know a lot of stuff, as important as government official. As a important government official, with lots of bureaucratic lists and such. For instance, the name of this young man is... Damn, why do you always paint yourself in corners like this? All you're trying to do is make a new friend, and you somehow manage to bullshit your way through this absolute most challenging version of this conversation possible. Okay, you can do this. This young man's name is... Wow, it really could be anything. You might as well have given a random-ass name this very day, shortly before you arrived, for all you know. You'll just have to go with your gut and feel it out, for new friendship is on the line. His name is... No, wait, no, he's making bad face. You're on the wrong track. Oh, he perked up. This is good. No, bad face again. It's not Jimmy or Jilliam. That's not even a name anyway. Yes, he likes that. Jamboree. Shit. He looks disgusted. Albert, Jamboree. You really can't be quite a fucking idiot sometimes. Jonderson? Wait, he looked pleasant for a minute. Then it looked like he just sucked on a lemon. Jesus Christ, are you this bad at this? You were close there. Jonderbuilt? Yikes, no. You got it. Just John. Of course. You don't know where you were even thinking. Yes, you do. There was just goofs. You know, explain a lot to John. Mailmen love goofs. His name is John. You say very confidently, as if you'd had it in the bag all along. Not your non-existent mail bag, which you told them you dropped in the sewer. Your real bag. where the good shit is, such as your incredible ability to guess somebody's name in 5 to 6 tries. That's right. Wow, I guess it is true then. Mailmen really do know practically everything. You smile. Finally, it feels like friendship may be starting to click. It was rocky there for a while, but you had to spin an intricate, nearly flawless web of lies to smooth over the fact that you destroyed his cherished personal property. You're probably, you're pretty sure that you're in the clear for now, and you'll never have to justify yourself to him again. Well, as nice as it is to meet you, Mr. Mailman, to be honest, this just kinda sucks. I've been waiting for this really cool game to arrive in the mail, but it's been a few days already, and now I'm starting to think I got lost in the mail. It might just never come now, and I'm kind of bummed about that. I'm gonna have to go in the sewers. What the heck? I think I like the last ending better. I had some hope it would show up on my birthday as, like, a present from nobody, really. Just a present out of thin air, I guess. Like it was going to be destiny or something? Oh well. I guess magic really is as fake as all the scientists say it is. You got nothing along, you not along very wisely. Oh yes, you say. You can kiss that game goodbye. It's definitely got lost in the mail, and it's never ever going to be delivered. The post mailer general just told you a few seconds ago, through your wireless earpiece, which is hooked up to your US parcel mainframe. You tell John he's right to be disbelieve in magic. It's fake as shit. It's time for him to get used to the idea that he'll never play the game, whatever it was. That probably is stupid anyways. Most games are. He should go and try to use whatever the kind of life... he should try to get used to whatever kind of life he's going to live from now on in the absence of this dumb video game. Yeah, you're right. I think I got too worked up about it. It probably does suck, actually. I think Game Bro actually gave it like 2 hats out of 5 hats. It might have been less than that, actually. God, what a piece of shit it probably was. You know, I think I have to thank you, Mr. Malin. You've really opened up my eyes today. I'm gonna forget I ever had that dumb game and just try to enjoy my life. Talk to my friend, hang out in my room, and I don't know. Come to think of it, maybe I was looking forward to playing that game with my friends so much because I'm lonely? I'm actually a little embarrassed to admit I don't actually have any real friends. Oh, that's it. This is your inn. Just nice boys seems to be jonasing for friendship just as much as you are. And you've laid all your groundwork for becoming his best bro so expertly. You just need to slide right into his life. With that, a few more sympathetic remarks. You actually have a lot of experience with this by now. You've made so many friends in so many strange places. And with such mixed results, or you think you did? Actually, you can't just conjure up any of their names or faces right now. It probably isn't important. Actually, let's never speak of that again. What matters most is that you're here now, making this sweet new pal named John. You casually mentioned that this is the end of your mail route, and you don't have much else going on in your life. Maybe you and him can hang out for a while, if he doesn't mind, that is. You want to hang out with me? Like, just a mailman, a 13-year-old boy? Yeah, that's definitely normal. Being buddies? You shrug a little as if you don't care much, but you really shouldn't care. Normally I would say that sounds a little strange, and maybe slightly inappropriate. Yeah, just slightly. But what do I know? If you were a normal-looking mailman, that'd probably be a shitty idea. I'd get in trouble with my dad, or the authorities or something. Probably so would you. But I mean, you seem different. Like maybe you aren't even a person. Just kind of weird, harmless-looking guy? Like an alien, but not really? You don't really know what to say to any of this. Oh man, I'm being so fucking rude. I'm sorry. Yeah, of course, we can hang out. But maybe we should keep this sort of secret from my dad. I don't know if he'd approve of me bringing a stranger into the house, even if you are very nice. Sincerely concerned about the mail problems. That sounds fine with you. Now that you don't think about it, now that you think about it, you still aren't sure his dad didn't see you dumping all their mail into the sewer. He probably didn't. Otherwise, he would have had some words with you. Surely. But still, it's a risk you shouldn't be taking under these delicate circumstances. There's a friendship on the line. Okay, I'm glad you agree. It sounds like we have a sneaking mission ahead of us. Actually, it sounds like it could be fun. Oh yeah, it does sound fun, except may be slightly triggering since you've done a lot of dangerous high-stakes sneaking in the past that you can't quite remember. But still fun. Mostly fun. You can't wait. Yeah. So, how should we do this? We'd either sneak upstairs to the bedroom while avoiding my dad, or just hang out here for a while. Or if that sounds too risky, we can go ahead and step outside. I've always had... I've got some sweet playground equipment. Oh my god, yes! We get to go freaking get on the pogo thingy, whatever it's called. What'll it be? Nope, playground equipment. Actually, you tell Jonathan you think the fresh air out here will do some good. Also, that playground equipment he mentioned sounds really sweetens the pot. I really hope he doesn't mind. After all, a mailman, you were meant to be outdoors. You take that mailman's oath and everything. Yeah. John will probably believe that. Sure, no problem. I totally understand. It gets really stuffy in there, especially with all the baking my dad does. We can go ahead and hang out in my yard. Feels like it's been ages since I took a spin on the old pogo ride. Pogo ride, he says? Well, that just seals the deal. You blow flamboyantly and gesture for him to lead the way. But you quickly regret doing that because it was a little much. Yes! Oh my gosh! I'm so happy! Holy crap. The memories. Well, here it is. My backyard in all of its glory. I hardly ever come out here, honestly. There's a good old trusty swing set. Brings back times, all good memories. Same. Oh my gosh, so one time for the meetup, there was quite a bit of us. I think it was like for our very first meetup, we ended up making like a Faygo cake and like a couple other cupcakes, and then like we brought like all this food and stuff to our meetup since we were like the hosts of it, and other people could bring stuff if they felt like it, but mainly everybody just kind of like brought like blankets to sit on the grass. But like we raided that park, man. The children were probably terrified for the fact that people were in gray face paint and such, just kind of going around. Especially we had a Gamzee there, man. That must have been terrifying. Just absolutely traumatizing to a child. But oh well, we digress. It was fun for us. There is the old trustworthy swing set. Brings back to old good memories. And there's a poker ride. Before you hop on that, you better hop on that before I beat you to it. Just kidding. That thing was a death trap. You should really go nowhere near that thing, unless you like dying. I've been on one of those before. Wasn't the worst. It wasn't as fun as I thought it would be, but definitely don't lean too far back, because yes, it might kill you. Obviously, not actually, but you know. Obviously, to the humorous nature of his remark, you shake your head solemnly. Oh no, you say. You're pretty sure dying sucks, and you never want to do it again. Again? Huh? That's a weird thing to say. That is a weird thing to say. Why would I say that? Are you sure you've died before, or is this just some sort of weird mailman joke? Oh, yeah, your mailmen like to joke around a lot. Sometimes very darkly. It's very stressful delivering the mail sometimes, and sometimes you just need to blow it off steam by making light on your mortality and not dying to all the chihuahuas and stuff in the neighborhood. That doesn't seem like this is going over very well. To be fair, it is one of your worst explanations so far. That's really saying something. You start to falter and lose composure. You don't seem to have it in you to follow through with the lie. You stop talking and hang your head. Hey, what's wrong? You decide to tell him the truth. Yes, you've been dead before, possibly a bunch of times. You're not sure, actually, but you can't remember any of the circumstances surrounding your deaths, and you aren't even sure who you are. Frankly, you're a little confused by your own existence sometimes. Oh no. Well, I'd be lying if I ever said that I wasn't a little hard to believe, but I'll listen to whatever you have to say anyways, because that's what friends are for. How did that happen? We became friends so fast. Oh, well, you cast your mind in the back of your hand as hard as you can. You really give him a good, hard think. You remember a room, a computer screen, and just this really intense feeling of frustration. Computer screen? I don't mean to be very frustrated at your computer screen. I get being very frustrated at your computer screen. I do that every day. Yes, he gets it. It's written all over his face. This is a boy who feels your pain. He's following you perfectly. I'm not really following. Then you explain how you ended up in the afterlife. Afterlife? You're pretty sure it was afterlife, maybe heaven? It was a little too freaky for heaven. But you were alone, and then you found a mysterious artifact on your ground. You found a mysterious artifact in hell? Yes. It was white and flat and lying on the ground as if it had just been waiting for you. Or waiting for somebody else, maybe. But you found it. First, by accident. You found it hard to believe you were destined for any cursed treasure such as this. Perhaps the artifact belonged to Lucifer himself. Why would we even touch that? We knew what the artifact was going to do. We had the knowledge. Why would we go after it? That was our own fault. Lucifer, wow. Oh, maybe you didn't realize you'd said Lucifer thing out loud. Maybe you shouldn't consider reeling in this bit. You're beginning to wonder if you're coming off as a little too unhinged here. Except John is clearly transfixed on your story, and looking a little concerned. Guess there's no going back now. You've committed yourself to the truth, as insane as it sounds. So you saw something weird. It looked like a little house. That obvious thing to do was stick your hand inside the house, so that's what you did. Then you felt funny, and teleported out of hell. That's how you ended up here, on Earth. Then you became a mailman, and decided to have a long and rewarding career of delivering the mail. And then you met John, and now you're basically best friends. The end. That sounds pretty fucked up. Yes, it does, doesn't it? You're right back to feeling like it's a crazy person again. He probably doesn't believe you. It seems like you're gonna have to take this even further, or risking eroding the foundation of trust that this blossoming friendship is built on. You mentioned that you're pretty sure the devil's treasure gave you some magic powers. Magic powers? Like what? Like not dying. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, I was coughing so much last night. It was horrible. I was like, I really don't want to stream necessarily. But again, I can't just push back 413. So, it is what it is. We'll get through it. We'll be fine. I've done worse. I've almost died and then gone back to school. Nyx knows that. You got so pissed at me when I did that. But oh well. You're not sure. You can sort of teleport now? Also, you're pretty sure you can time travel. You haven't tested out much, you admit. Okay, so we got like John and Dave's powers? Yes. Teleportation and time travel, huh? That's a lot. You can prove it, you say desperately. The airways. They're not good right now. That's okay. You say desperately. Suddenly it feels like this friendship is hanging by a thread, and you'll do anything to preserve it. It's like time to bring out the big guns. The revelation to this boy that, contrarily to all known scientific wisdom, magic is far from fake. It is real as shit. For instance, you remind him that you both almost went up to his bedroom, but decided not to, because the trek across the house is too risky. But what if you could just teleport there? Sounds like a handy trick. I'm still guessing this is all bullshit though. Like a prank. That's okay though, I love pranks. But it isn't a prank. At least you think. You've never actually tested this power at all. God, you hope you don't ever end up making a fool of yourself. Everything is riding on this. Hey, what are you... Here goes nothing. Let's go! It wasn't fake! Well, it worked. Unbelievable. Do you know what this means, Mr. Mailman? You shake your head. We are Santa Claus! It means magic is fucking real. You shrug. You guess it is. You won't admit it, but all you really care about now is the fact that you saved the friendship, and it should all be smooth sailing from here. Well, it's a pretty good thing I met you, because if you didn't show up, I'm pretty sure that nothing anywhere close to being this incredible would ever happen to me. Definitely wouldn't have been stuck on a meteor for many years, or done any cool windy things flying through the sky. Nothing like that. You consider that remark for a moment. Decide you absolutely agree. You're definitely the best and most exciting thing that will ever happen to this kid. You also said something about time travel? Can we try that out, or would it be too disruptive in the space-time continuum? You have him eating out of your palm of your hand now. You need to slow this train down. Continuum, Sotherum, continuum, Shredorum, whatever your new friend wants, he gets. Oh, I know. Why don't we just go out back to the time by a week, and we can stay right here. That way we won't we won't risk messing anything up important. Sure, that makes sense. You get ready to use your new hell power. concentrate as hard as you can on a new idea of 1 week ago. That's probably how it works. Are we not gonna see like another John from like a week ago with us then? I don't know. I was so mad at you. That's okay. I can die in peace and go to school. I was just fine that day though. Like nobody sent me home or anything, so it's chill. Not much changed, except wait, the cakes are gone. That must mean it isn't your birthday yet. Except the cakes aren't gone. They're clearly right here. Oh wait, I don't know. No, yeah, no, they're right here. Can you even see my mouse in this? Oh, you can. Yes, yes, yes. That means it isn't my birthday yet, which means it worked. This is 1 week ago. Shame. No, no shame. It worked this 1 week ago. Wow. I knew it. I knew there was gonna be another John. Let's go. Oh, for fuck's sake. I forgot. Of course there was gonna be a past me in this room 1 week ago. God, I'm such an idiot. It's gonna fuck things up, isn't it? What the hell are you going on here? Whatever it is, it seems really stupid. You're right, John. It is really stupid. Sorry I wasn't using my head. Don't worry. We'll get out of your hair. Hey, quick. Let's zip back to the yard so we fucked up space-time as little as possible. Woo. Well, that was dumb. Maybe let's try to avoid abusing your time travel powers from now on. Oh my god. I cannot talk. It could really lead to a lot of messy bullshit. It's not even the fact that like normally I can't talk, but it's like the stuffiness and making it 10 times worse. You wholeheartedly agree, and you really want to do this. Make friends, not clown around through space-time. Meanwhile, I guess you're still a week in the past, but now it's just standing in my yard doing nothing? This seems pointless. We should probably head back to the present. You nod. This is an interesting experiment, and it brought you a lot of credibility, but this time to... Wait a minute, something's wrong. There's a slight buzzing in the air. You could feel it. What's the matter? You tell him to think. You think somebody's coming. Quick, you have to hide. Whoa, okay. You and John dash in the neighbor's yard and hide behind a fence. You peek in the backyard to see what's happening. Is it Dad? Suddenly you see it. The energy you're feeling. It's a whole group of teenagers randomly teleporting into John's backyard. Oh no. There's gonna be a bunch of Johns. You examine them more closely. They're all dressed in ridiculous, colorful outfits. Oh! Is it like tricksters or something? Is the circus in town? Well, there did seem to be a lot of clowns in John's house. Maybe this house has some kind of globally recognized headquarters for traveling clowns. But they're not really clowns, just teens wearing strange pajama-looking clothes. 8 of them to be precise. Oh, okay, it's all the god tiers. On closer inspection, one of them seems familiar. The guy in blue pajamas. Blue pajamas. You think it's your new friend John, but he seems older. Definitely not 13-year-old kid. Like your buddy here. None of them are. I think John is 28 now. Because I'm pretty sure he was 13 in 2009. So like, fast forward to 2024. Boy aged up just a bit. They all appear to settle in for a while to talk amongst themselves. The guy in the yellow Speedo, oh gosh, gets down to business with the pogo ride, totally oblivious to its dangers. There seems to be a serious atmosphere hanging over this group of teens. Important discussions are happening. It's completely baffling to you by the way you're looking looking at your buddy's face. To John as well. Suddenly, an uneasy feeling settles over you, like you're witnessing something that was never meant to be seen by anybody. Perhaps a rendiziverse, oh god, I can't read, point established by this group of teens for exactly that reason, that no one would think be watching in this quiet suburban backyard right now. Should you stay and listen, or go? You're not sure what to do. You can't shake the feeling that something's highly inappropriate is happening here, just watching like you're beholding the moment and divorcing it from an authoritarian chain of events. To even witness this exact moment is not only narratively compromising, but extremely cursed. Hey, is that guy in the blue pajamas me? You pat John on the back. You can only imagine what's going through his head right now. He hasn't seen a time travel duplicate of himself in a while. And, well, minutes. Man, I look so much older. What am I even wearing, and what are all these people? Wait, I know some of them. That's Rose and Dave and Jade with dog ears. I I didn't know the others, though. Wait, I know what's going on. It must be from the future. It's the only explanation, especially since we just did some other time traveling ourselves. That's proving magic to be real. Did you have something to do with this, Mr. Mailman? You shake your head. You were just as surprised by this nonsense as he is. It seems to be one or more people from this group have somehow obtained similar abilities offered by the hell treasure you touched. I guess they're all from the from a few years in the future, when we were all a bunch of older, cooler teenagers. Maybe we all go to college together or something. Maybe they might be your parents. Who knows? Or Granny. I guess not parents, but yeah. Or bro. I never understood that, because, like, okay, Dirk is supposed to be like the brother, Roxy's supposed to be like the mother, Jane's supposed to be her grandma, and yeah, freaking Jake is supposed to be grandpa. So I don't know where that aligns with everything. I guess it could happen, but, like, at the same time, it's weird. I don't know. Maybe that's where we make these 4 new friends. There's something familiar about all of them, but I can't put my finger on it. But why do they all look so ridiculous? Did I join a trope of traveling street performers, this following in the footsteps of my father? And somehow managed to rope everybody into the act, including Dave and Rose, who almost certainly would think this idea to be really stupid. Let me die for a few seconds. Okay. Would almost certainly think this idea is really stupid, even though it's certainly great and cool, while somehow also involving time travel. I don't know. I'm so confused. I am too. What are they even doing here? Did this really happen just outside my house 1 week ago without me knowing about it all? What else have I been missing? How much more is there to know about the future adventures of me and my friends, which have been taking place in secret like this? I wonder if there's a lot more to my life than I ever could have imagined. Actually, I should probably be thanking you. If you haven't told me my game got lost in the mail, I might have gotten way too hung up on it. That might have totally altered the trajectory of my life. Then I wouldn't get to go on whatever sweet adventures happen in the future that will lead me to wear a bunch of silly pajamas and apparently speak with a great authority in front of a group of very cool teens. You bow your head contemplatively, as if to say, you're welcome. You're welcome for your entire life and very cool thing that happens to you from now on. I'm sure so many cool things will happen to you without that game, John. After some time passes, the group of teens seem to be finished up in whatever business they had in their yard, and disappear into thin air. You guess that's the end of whatever that was. Since there isn't much point just staying here a week in the past, you decide to return John to the present moment. Huh, well, that was interesting. We're a little too far away to hear what they were saying. I think I kept overhearing the word English. I wonder if that's some of those teens speak in a foreign language. Yes. English. I was teaching them English? Whew, I'm sure in some shitty speculation it makes no sense at all. I guess the only thing to do is wait until I become that John, then find out for myself. Sounds exciting, but a little overwhelming. Damn, I'm gonna need to think about this. We were watching as John space out for a solid minute, thinking about his absurd future. He glanced towards the swing set, wondering if all the fun times John had planned for you were going to continue to recede further into the distance as he comes to grips with his mysterious destiny. You cough a little, to snap him out of his stupor. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Mailman. I know I said that we'd do something fun, but now I think I'm in kind of an existential mood. I should just take a walk and think about what just happened today. I feel weird. It's nothing personal and just need some space. Well, see you. You're just gonna leave us like that? I see how it is. No. Oh. Damn. That should be John's ending then, though. Because there was only those 2 options. Wow. Well, let's see what Jane's up to. Go visit her on her birthday. I'm still dying. It's a beautiful moonlight light. I wonder if that picks up on the mic. If I'm like coughing or not. Oh well. Hopefully it's not. So it's not just like in your guys' ear of like just constant like just coughing noises. It's beautiful moonlight night in Alternia. The sky is clear, a cool breeze is blowing, and even the unbearable screeching of the tear-throated bat crickets sounds a little sweeter than usual, and yet a moment of panic hangs in the air. Dave, are you okay? Hey! Oh god. What has she done? Dave? I wonder if I should go through all the chapters normally, or if I should bounce around. What do you think? Should I go back and do it? Your voice is quiet. That's good. It shouldn't be quiet. It's mainly the coughing that I don't want you guys to hear. Unless my voice is too loud. I'm even gonna turn that down. I will 100% do that, but... should I go back or should I continue? I mainly just want to at least hit Jane, though. But I'm probably not going to get through 11 chapters today, you know? I'll probably do like a good 2 hours of the stream, is at most, that I'm going to be able to do without like completely dying. Well, I guess while you figure that out, I'm going to continue. Please tell me that's just grub sauce. That's just grub sauce. I don't remember what Broadway Karkat song that was, but he's like, it's just grub sauce. There's a whole song about it. Please just be grub sauce. Please let it be grub sauce. Please just be grub sauce. Oh, it's the first guy. Okay. I was like, wait, I can't tell which one is talking, but the blue. You would have done different. Karkat, stop being so melodramatic. It wasn't even me who did it. Okay, fine. It was my fault. I admit it. But I'm sure he'll be fine. Yeah, Karkat. It's no biggie. I mean, it's just obviously the shittiest situation I could possibly be in right now. I'm like, my lowers will be in touch, and don't even think that they won't. But also, it is literally fucking grub sauce. Like, so chill for 2 seconds, okay? Oh, thank God. Like, I know I had the idea of me having to swap out my soiled ketchup extrudes pants, but it's getting encrusted pants is getting you all hot and bothered under that sweater, but damn, this is a panic, dude. There are children present. This is a picnic, dude. Children are present. Just like that, everything is alright. You've single-handedly revolutionized the art of panicking in Alternia. You've got a huge checkered blanket and a car-sized wicker hamper, an unholy quantity of foods, and Tupperware containers. A lively crowd of your best and most recently acquired friends. Everything one could possibly need. Shit. It's quit. Let's fuck out of here. Oh, it's Pepper. I love her. Dude, I love Mina. Like, Mina is the best. I don't know why about Mina, because, like, she has, like, kind of, like, the mean bitchy attitude, but, like, I love her so much. So, how many tentacles would you say she has, roughly? Let's see. It's okay, take your time. My interests are something. Purely scientific. Yes, precisely. Thank you, Kanaya. This is part of my studies in the field of cryptozoology. It's hardly an exact science, but you could help us make it exacter. Well, that's the problem. I don't really think there's a definitive answer. She just has so many. Fascinating. I don't even know what voice to use for Peppery. Like, all the headcanons I'm like thinking in my head right now, like, I don't think I ever stuck with a solid one for her. What's the out of order? It's what Andrew Hussie would have wanted. That's so true. Yeah, I guess since when has anything ever been in order? Oh my god. Freaking what always screwed me up is there would be certain panels where it'd be like, oh, okay, you have to get back to this to unlock this code or whatever at a later time. And that always screwed me up because I'm like, oh, it's probably something I didn't realize before that I needed to get through. And I just like screwed up somewhere just not remembering it. Cali Girl, maybe? I guess, yeah. I'll try to do Cali Girl for her. What's the order? We went from 1 to 11, so, you know, the order is a little bit off, but so true in the fact that, you know, we'll just get to things later. We saw future events all the time. Everybody seems to be having a really great time. You're a pretty good picnic host. If you do say so yourself, you let yourself lie in the blanket and relax. I also have this shirt. For my, I don't remember if it was for my birthday or Christmas, but my aunt has one of those Karkat things, so she went ahead and made me the shirt so I could cosplay Jade, which I have never cosplayed Jade quite yet, but I have the glasses and I got the shirt for it. Also, very first cosplay I've ever done was Nepeta in middle school. That was dope. Didn't use the gray face paint though. Was not confident enough for that, but I'm still... The last cosplay that I did was also Nepeta from the crap that I had back in middle school, but I did a Homestuck Nepeta this time because my horns, they broke, and I wasn't trying to make that again. Also, we were gonna go out in public to like ice skate, and I was like, I don't really want to go full gray face paint and such. I don't want to commit to the bit that bit much, even though somebody went as a Karkat and they had the full gray face paint and everything, but it was not about to be me. I forgot how cute Nepeta was. Yeah, dude, she's so adorable. Also, that's my sign. She's a Leo. I'm dying. It's okay. Everybody else is too. So did Nepeta. It is what it is. We're so locked in. Me and you. Death buddies. Nepeta, could you please pass me one of those green pies, please? Why is our pie green? Oh, right, because they use the freaking bed stuff. I wouldn't eat that, Jade. Don't eat it. Oh, sure. Just let me... it's okay. I got this. Dude. Step off, bro. Lamau. She doesn't ask for your help. She didn't even ask for your help. Everybody's getting along so well. Yes. The face of friendship. Well... I didn't ask for your opinion whether the mid-blood human female wanted my help or not. Oh my god, did you seriously just call her that? How do I do a lisp? There we go. It's Pete. What is wrong with you? Guys? Humans don't even have different blood colors, and you useless tool. Simply enjoying it. One another's company. Alright, what does it? I would have been enough of this wishy-washy, lovable lawn meal nonsense. And I've had enough of you. Oh, thanks, Nepeta. No problem. No problem. Eat, fit, and die. Well, why don't you make me? Ah! He got his gut out, man. It would be my pleasure. Wait, what's going on over there? Oh, dear God, no. No, not now. This is a disaster. You've got to find some way to stop this before everything you've worked for collapses under the weight of pointless, shitty boy drama. You don't have a moment to lose. Oh, it's Gamsey. What's better than this? Guys being aliens. Oh, hi there, Gamsey. Don't mind you, they're just trying to stop a picnic emergency. Hey, hold on, sister. Let's not be hasty. Right now, we're witnessing the birth of the greatest, dare I say the most righteous miracle of them all. Gender motherfucking equality. And just like that, everything breaks apart. You woke up alone. It's cold, dark night in Alternia. The sky is overcast, a harsh wind is blowing, and the only other sound to be heard is your own breathing. Panicked, shaky, you curled up in a little tighter than your puddle of blankets in the corner. You're trying to think back to the wonderful dream you were having, but now it all seems ruined. You were only trying to take a short rest from forbidding revolutionary sentiment among your peers and fixing all their problems, which, as it turns out, is a full-time job, and you just wanted to indulge in your imagination for a while, and skip the part where everybody's happy already. There's nothing wrong with that, right? It all seems so real, so full of potential, like you can get there in an instant, if only you tried a little harder. But now it hits you like cold, wet circus pie filled with cement, your dreams of hope with nothing more than that. With no basis in reality or accurate characterization, some things are simply too good to be true, and your subconscious clearly knew all along. It hurts, and you don't know whether to laugh, cry, or just get really, really angry about it. You've made some wonderful friends over the last few weeks, months. It's been such a hectic whirlwind of non-stop amicability, and you're not even sure how long you've been going. You've achieved so much on your quest. You know that for a fact. Yeah, we've done so much in these. Going from number 1 to 11. Catgirl maybe. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah. Callie got. Oh, I see. Dude, I'm like reading old messages thinking they're new popped up ones. That's where the dyslexia gets you. It is a new sentence in my head. But now, looking around this empty new room filled with all the ghosts and memories from a lifetime ago, you can't help but feel disappointment. Maybe there are some things that you'll never be able to fix. Man, this blows. For some reason, your thoughts turn to John. He was conspicuously absent from your dream. It feels like you haven't seen him for ages. You miss him, without really thinking about it. You pick yourself up. You've had enough of this horrible planet for now. Your friends here will be alright without you, for a little while. You tell yourself that a few times, just to make sure you believe it. And then... zap! We're back at square one. Where we just were like 10 minutes ago. You materialize in a pleasantly familiar suburban neighborhood, standing in front of a pleasantly familiar house. It must be late fall by now. There are barely any leaves on the trees, and there's a chill in the air. But your heart fills with warmth at the prospect of hanging out with your old friend John again. While your newer friends have all been fun to spend time with, in their own ways, you can't help but feel a special kind of fondness for John. Oh wait, but this is Jane's route. I wonder if, like, I don't know if Jane grew up in this house necessarily, but I wonder if this was gonna meet her. It's not like you play favorites with your chums or anything, but maybe the fact that he was your first friend, or maybe you met on your journey, sets him apart from the others. It's nice to be back on Earth too. You miss being able to go out into the sunshine. Your eyes wander a little, taking in the trees, the grass, the houses, before settling on the mailbox in the yard. A worrying thought occurs to you. Maybe in getting so caught up with meeting so many new people, John has forgotten all about you. Surely your friendship wouldn't have diminished so quickly, but were you really that close to begin with? You still feel bad about having thrown away his birthday presents in the sewer all that time ago. That was just such a shitty thing for you to do. In more ways than one. You just were a really bad friend to John before you were friends with John. You're suddenly overcome with the urge to make it up to him. Instead of making a new friend today, why not try being a better friend to the one you already have? Taking a peek at the mailbox. There seems to be something inside. Let's reconsider. On second thought, you thought that's a terrible idea. Like, holy shit, that's bad. You take a moment to slap yourself around the face for a few minutes. Just rub it in. How could you be so stupid? Yeah, I just didn't want to drop the mail again. It's kind of depravity that leads one to, desecrate. Gosh, the sanctity of a friend's mailbox is what got you into the mess in the first place. Exactly. Oh, huh. Looks like the mailman forgot to put up the little, the thing, the flappy wooden doodad, the bright yellow alarm dial on the side of the mailbox. yellow. Oh, red. Why did I read that as yellow? That's just like, not even I can't even blame dyslexia for that one. That's just on me. Straight up. You were quite certain that things is going to be... that this thing is supposed to be up when there's mail retrieved. Even an idiot could tell you that much. And you're a first-rate idiot. You carefully raised the little red flag. Immediately, out of the corner of your eye, you spied movement in the upstairs window. It must be John, scoping out the mail again. Quick as a flash, you zap yourself out of sight and begin behind... out of sight and behind a nearby bush. A white cat is hanging out of there. White... a cat? Which one was the white cat? Because, like, we have Mutie and we have Jasper's, but I'm pretty sure both of those are black cats. I'm trying to think of, like, what other white cat there is. It hisses at you, but you let a wave of crackling retcon energy dance across your palms, and as the kitty vanishes, it literally just straight up disappears. That's okay, fine, whatever. It's such a truth universally acknowledged that cats do whatever the hell they want, except for taking this hiding spot. That is, which you have now, commandeered in the name of friendship. Why can I not read normally? I just want to look at words. My brain is just like mush. Jasper's was the little black cat. Yeah, Jasper's was the little black cat. But so was Mutie. So I'm like trying to think of like what white cat there was. It's been a really freaking long time. It's been years since I've read Homestuck. So like, of course I'm gonna like forget details. But like a white cat, I'm just not thinking of any names right now. Because like you have Beck. Beck was white, but he was a dog. So I don't know. Oh, no. This is a much better plan to surprise John. You just can't believe that you didn't think of it before. You know he loves pranks, and what better prank than to be ambushed by his dear friend? You hope you're still his dear friend. Oh god, you're getting nervous again. You hear the front door open. Shoot, here he comes. Hello, Jane! Wait, this isn't John. Oh, goodness, no. Wait, why, it appears to be some kind of famous detective type individual, or at least someone from a famous detective disguise, but what's more is you got the strange impression that person underneath the disguise isn't John either. Who knows? John did also have a very similar mustache that could definitely be John. You gotta look a lot closer. Also the shirt, pretty similar. Whoever it is, they make a beeline for the mailbox. Oh, shit. Maybe you're watching another mailbox robbery in action. That would explain the need for a disguise. You guess? They reach their hand and all of a sudden several things race through your mind. Unbidden, small things of burning, a flash of light, ping, without thinking, you spring into action. I've also cosplayed as Jane before too, but I cosplayed as Trickster Jane because my friend wanted to do Trickster Roxy. I was like, yes. We'll both go ahead. You know, do that. We did a lot of duo cosplays. G-Cat. Maybe the God Cat. Was there a God Cat? I don't remember very well. Ha ha ha. I thought that was Problem Sleuth for a second, but it's not. Oh well. Oh, it's the bunnies! That's so cute. I love that. You grab the interloper and zap inside the house. You both materialized in midair and collapse onto the heap of the floor. Outside, you hear a telltale sound of an exploding mailbox, because for some reason, you know what those kind of sound like. Phew, that was a close one. Oh lordy, that smarts. Oh, what? What on earth just happened? Your companion sits up in a bit of a daze. It looks like the disguises got knocked off all the kerfuffle. Your hunch was right in the money. This is definitely not John Egbert. She looks oddly familiar though. By the way, happy birthday! A lot of people, I feel like they forget that it's both John and Jane's birthday, and they normally just celebrate John. But we gotta give love to her too, you know? She deserves it. Kind of. I mean, she went crazy there for a second as a Batter Witch, but I mean, she deserves it. Good old Crocker that she is. Also, because of Homestuck, like, Betty Crocker used to be the only thing that I'd, like, bake and such. So, like, if we ever had to get, like, any sort of batter, or maybe there was, like, a spoon or a recipe book I saw, I would get it if it was Betty Crocker themed. So it's just that into it. Which I talked to my boyfriend about, and he was like, oh, that sounds like an obsession. And I was like, sir, you don't gotta call me out. Like, maybe, but you don't gotta call me out. You don't gotta be mean about it. He wasn't being mean about it, but it's still things better left unsaid, you know? You just look out the window, down into the yard, blow up. Yep, it's just like your ears told you. Where once there was a mailbox, there is now a smoldering wooden stump surrounded by debris. It's a sight to bring a tear to any mailman's eyes, fake or otherwise. Oh no, I forgot about that part. You turn back around to find the stranger standing over you, looking thoroughly disgruntled. He's pointing a large red spoon directly at your chest. No, not the spoons! If we were in Gumball, we would have been dead. It doesn't really come off as well as that threatening. You have to be honest, although she could probably do you at least some form of injury with it. The injury likely wouldn't be all that serious, but you try to take it seriously anyways. You tell that to whatever creepypasta was Mr. Spoon Hands or whatever his name is. I don't know, Salad Fingers, that's the one. Yeah. Just be polite. Didn't most of them go crazy at some point anyways? It's fine. Yeah, exactly. They all turned into tricksters, you know? It's chill. Now hold on just a minute, Buster. Why did I give her like... Oh well, you know, I'm gonna continue the accent. Who are you? What are you doing in my bedroom? And what is the blue blazes going on? Come on, spit it out. Oh no, you hate being put on the spot. And for the first question was a tough one too. Who are you? It's something you don't have a definitive answer to, even after all this time. Gosh, she does seem awfully confident with that spoon. You might begin to entertain the thought that this girl just might simply decide to beat you to death with it. You're finding it hard to think amid all the confusion, but didn't she say that this is her bedroom? If you were dead certain that this is John's house, it is John's house. It even has a tire thing swinging and everything. And this girl, who even is she? John's never mentioned having a sister or anything before, but looking around the room, it's obvious that she lives here. And there's no trace of any John's things. Did he move out of the house without telling you? That thought makes you quite impossibly sad. Well, if you don't talk, I suppose I'll have to suss out the truth for myself. She starts looking at you very carefully for a moment, before glancing over one of the posters at the wall. Objection! We're gonna go into trials! Actually, never mind. She wouldn't even be attorneying this thing right now. It'd be more so of, like, aviary attorney style of interrogations that we had going on. It's a black and white picture of what looks like a daring group of detectives. They're drawn in a fairly minimal style, with round ovoid heads. Immediately, her face lights up with recognition. I don't know if anybody's ever read Problem Sleuth either. I really enjoyed it. Didn't also finish that one either. I don't even know if I got halfway through Problem Sleuth, but I don't know where I ended, so that's a little problematic. Because if I started up again, even if I knew, I probably wouldn't know what was going on, but I just remember enjoying it. I should really read those, like, again. After, like, the 2 years, you'd think that I'd have a little bit of time to do so. If people can catch up on One Piece, I can catch up on Problem Sleuth and Homestuck. For sure. Oh, I see. Salad Fingers is not a creepypasta. What was Salad Fingers then? If that's not a creepypasta, is that just like an animation? Or... Animations are creepypastas, right? Or they can, like, count as one. What was he? Oh, I see. Woohoo! Mom's the word. She taps the side of her nose knowingly and winks when you realize that she's trying to let you know that she knows something about you supposedly both know. But all you really know is that You have no idea what she is, what it is. Oh, you're very good. Pretending not to know that which you know, and that I know, and that we both know. No, you're telling her you have gotten the foggiest clue what she's talking about. Knowing stuff? How could anyone possibly accuse you of such a thing? Oh, that's right. I won't tell anybody. Keeping incognito is the utmost importance for problem sleuths like us. Anyways, pleasure to meet a fellow fan. She seems to be under the impression that you're some sort of cosplayer. Either that or undercover agent of some sort. Oh, what the hell? You might as well roll with it. This will be easier than pretending to be a postal worker at any rate. I was just about to say, I'm sorry, we're going to be a detective and a postal worker at this point. Hold on a moment. I've got just the thing for a fellow gentle person of your taste. She puts the spoon away for a moment, which is a relief. When she whips out another copy of this poster and a pen out of nowhere and signs it. You've never met or heard of this girl before, and she just straight up giving you her autograph? You take a look at the signature. The name reads Jane Crocker. Huh. You guess this girl's name is Jane then. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, nice thought it is to make your acquaintance. That doesn't explain what you're doing in my house. Or come to think of it, how have we even gotten here? Well, it's just a very simple, actually, just a boring everyday example of an innocent bystander stepping into save unwitnessing teen from a parcel bomb with their zappy hell treasure powers. Nothing to be weird at all. You zap around the room a bit, a way of demonstration, ending back up where you started. Transportalization technology. I knew various competitors of ours had been developing something like this for a while, but I had no idea that they were already done field testings. I suppose it shouldn't surprise me. That a parcel bomb, you say? You gesture out the window at the sad, obliterated remains of the mailbox. There is nothing anybody could have done to save it, or its contents. Oh shoot. Jane wasn't expecting any extremely important deliveries, was she? Potentially in any form of significant birthday gifts, or a copy of a mysterious computer game. You mean the Suburb Alpha? I'm not surprised you've heard about it. That isn't due for another week, though. Oh, well, that's a relief then. No harm done. I wouldn't go that far. Alpha, notwithstanding, the fact remains that someone tried to blow me up. Yeah, exactly. Just had a whole terrorist attack into your house, and you're just like, oh, yeah, it's chill. Okay, so some harm done. Gee, the nerve of some people. You could not fathom who would possibly want to do such a thing, especially to somebody harmless and personal as Jane here. Oh, come on. One doesn't like to state the obvious, but if I had to guess, it's probably related to my being in line to inherit one of the largest corporations on the planet. Crocker Corp has its enemies. There's no question about that. Ooh, of course. That's why her name was so familiar. Jane is the new face of the Betty Crocker Company. You don't know what you expected, considering that's what's happened in her journey so far. You should have seen this sort of thing coming. Speaking of which, you wonder a lot if anything like this has ever happened before. The only thing that could make this any more surprising is if Jane had been sent similarly life-threatening cargo of any previous occasions. Oh yes. Why, we get mailed something similar just last week, in fact. You try not to think too hard about it, the fact that Jane apparently fell for the exact same trick 2 weeks in a row. Father was out in the yard, about to take his car out, back for a soak. Then when the blessed mailbox went up in the smoke. It's quite the shock. Ever since then, he's been a bit angsty about me checking the mail by myself, but today it arrived while he was out. Good thing too, he would have thrown a fit if he had known. I'm barely allowed out of the house as it is. I'm sure he means well, but it can come off as a bit overprotective sometimes. Yeah, just a bit overprotective, you know? I'm sorry, Jane. You got drive-by shootings, you got freaking bombs. I'm surprised your house hasn't burnt down, you know. Just things, little things. It's gonna be an Aubrey moment for you eventually in the future. It's a plump ridiculous. A grown lass full of vim and vigor can take perfectly good care of herself at the ripe age of 13. You don't want to pass hasty judgment on somebody's familial situation, but Sounds like Jane's father is just trying to keep her safe. It can't be easy consistently deflecting death threats from far away. Or from somebody determined to walk right into them. Where's her sense of self-preservation? I suppose you might find it strange to the uninitiated, but you sort of learn to accept that after a while. I've been dodging death ever since I can remember. People seem so determined to do so. Determined to do me in. I simply can't explain it. Same, Jane. I almost died when I was a child. Well, that was just what was because like I almost got hit by a car, but like that was like my fault. But like when I was born, I was like born like choking. Like they had to put me in like this little bubble thing and stuff like that, and like I almost just straight up did not make it out of that situation. I guess like if I had still been cooking for a bit longer, would have not made it out of there alive. So, but I am here now. I persisted. Screw everything else. Probably, but it was between hiatuses. Oh, yeah. Solid Fingers. A series. Oh. I've never watched Solid Fingers, I'm not gonna lie. But maybe one day. We can do that in the Discord or something. Jesus, wow, that must have been pretty rough going. Cooking log, yeah. What else am I supposed to call it? Oh, there was a new jellyfish that was discovered recently. And resident isopod. So there's a jellyfish that these isopods like live inside of the jellyfish. So they're called a resident isopod because of that. And I find that so funny because people in the comments were like, I'm going to start using that as like a term for making a baby. It's just that big a resident isopod in like the womb. That's essentially what it looked like. Jesus, wow, that must be pretty rough going. God, that sounds awful actually. Being the eminent ruler of an empire, it must come with a fair number of people who want you gone. Looking back at your encounter with Peppery, suppose you were recently part of an attempt yourself, a manner of speaking. You declined to mention this to Jane, and being reminded of all your time in Alternia causes you to lapse into an uncomfortable silence. Jane looks around a little awkwardly before breaking it. So, not that I'm ungrateful for the fact that you appear to have rescued me from certain peril, but... Oh right, of course. You're intruding on a complete stranger's home. You'd almost forgotten that this is the first time you and Jane have ever met. Your heart sinks as you consider that between the vastness of the universe and the determination of those attempting to murder her, this might be the last time you ever meet her as well. Jane offers to show you out. On the way downstairs, you politely ask her how long it's been since her family lived here. Does she know if anybody called John used to live in this house? She gives you a strange look before gesturing to, oh god, is that a corpse by the fireplace? You take a moment to process the fact that Jane has a stuffed human person mounted on a plinth of her living room. She says it's her pop-pop, which you guess means grandfather. It's kind of hard to parse some of the vocabulary Jane has used sometimes. Anyways, this guy's name is John, and you can't help but see a resemblance to your good friend John Egbert. That's another thing that is just like, it's so confusing because this is supposed to be the grandma. It's so sweet, John. It's just like, I don't know. Homestuck doesn't make sense, though. It's not supposed to make sense. You've encountered enough coincidences to know by now that must be him somehow. You must have traveled fast forwards in time by accident, or something. This is the only possible explanation. You try very hard to not have a whole mental breakdown about your apparently long-dead friend, but sadly not hard enough. However, at the sight of your various expressions, horror, shock, and confusion, Jade perks up considerably. Did you know that my dear old Pop-Pop? Did you hear about my dear old Pop-Pop? You should have said something. He was a popular fellow, I suppose. It was only a matter of time before one of the friends from his performing heydays came to visit. That's right, Jane. Keep talking about him and your friendship in the past tense. This is totally helping you feel better. By which you mean to say, yes, Jane, you're absolutely right. Who are you? And you're an old, entertaining friend of her Pop-Pop's who just so happened to be visiting in the area. In the middle of, circus touring season? You try not to be too insulting when Jane eats a little lie up with a moment of hesitation. Well, if you were one of old Pop Crocker's pals here, I'd suppose I can't just turn you out of the street like that, some nobody. And Papa would never forgive me for giving a family friend a cold shoulder. You simply must stay a little longer. I insist. You cannot help but agree enthusiastically, and here you were thinking this volume was over before it really got started. Gee, this makes a nice change. I really did think it was gonna end soon too. You've grown accustomed to putting in a lot of hard work just to score some hangout time with various people on your journey, but it all took to convenience was Jane pre-establishing connection with her apparently very wealthy relatives. It just goes to show you stuff. I'm afraid I haven't fulfilled my duties as host very well so far, but I'm determined to change that by starting now. But, what to do? You've been playing, let's see, I've just been Back in the Future. I just used Back in the Future logic. Before FNAF, we had Homestuck, being the prime example of convoluted lore storytime tomfoolery. Exactly. You've been playing the game for friendship for long enough, by now to sense an important decision approaching. You take a quick inventory of Jane's important character details, you mean interests and personality traits. She seems to have a passion for the lost art of sleuthing and famous detectives for the past years. Her eminent inheritance of baking conglomerate and expert spoon-wielding, gosh, seems likely indicate that she knows her way around a cake or two as well. Why don't the two of you solve a mystery? It's been bothering you for a while now, but for someone who claims to follow in the footsteps of very guiltiest of gumshoes, Jane seems pretty unmotivated to find out who's been trying to murder her all these years. Perhaps you should use the means at your disposal to finally put this mystery to rest once and for all. You suggest to Jane that maybe you should try assertion for the parcel who was sent by. Who the parcel was sent by? What? Grammar, silly. It's very important. Jane, I don't have the brain right now to use grammar properly. I like read those sentences wrong, I'm for sure. Oh, of course, you suppose you agree with that. After all, this is a text-based medium, and shoddy craftsmanship could only ever obscure information. Proper adherence to linguistic conventions is the utmost importance, ensuring and conveyance of salient details in a timely and comprehensible manner. But damn it, Jane, now is not the time. We've got a case to solve. Yes, you're right. Okay, but what exactly are you proposing we do? There's very little evidence of what we could feasibly collect. The two of you look forlornly out of the window again, down to where the mailbox should be. Jane is right. The avenue of investigation went up into smoke a few minutes ago. The investigation has barely gotten started, and the trial is already gone, cold in a blazing ball of fire. I was just asking the mail office if they're similar, but I don't suppose they'd know anything detailed about the package of its origins. It's not like regular mail workers have access to that kind of information. To make matters worse, the mail is one of the very few public services Crocker Corp doesn't partially own, so I wouldn't be able to pull up any strings. I don't suppose there's anybody watching at the time the bomb was placed either. You have to admit, the possibility seems somewhat remote, but that gives you an idea. If there aren't any witnesses to hand, why not make some yourselves? Whoa, bribe somebody to falsely testimony or somewhere? Are we going back in time? Not certain a novel way of going about it. Oh wait, we can go back in time though. James seems to be giving it a lot more thought than you would have expected, but in any case, that's not at all what you meant. You explained to Jane that, far from merely being able to transportalize between any two physical locations, you also possess the ability to time travel. It's visit to any point in time in the future. Past or future. Not to be rude, considering what you just did to save my life or anything, but that does sound more than a little far-fetched. Jane seems pretty skeptical about this, but you honestly can't be bothered to work through all of her personal misgivings about belief and feasibility of time travel right now. You've been through this with more than a dozen people already. You decided to take a more proactive approach. Saying it is believing it after all. You grabbed her waist and sat back in time. Jane. Meet past Jane. Meet future Jane. You trust me, this will be you trust that this will suffice as evidence? I don't. Alright, moving on. You appear fine next to the bush that you hid behind earlier, and take refuge once again. A conveniently abandoned wristwatch on the ground nearby indicates that you've been traveled into an hour into the past. No sign of the white cat yet. The mailbox is there in all its beauty, unexploded majesty, but stands as empty as of right now. This is perfect. All you have to do is wait for the truth to come, and you see Jane. Isn't this exciting? Jane? 911, what's your emergency? Please note that any misplaced apostrophes on shop signs do not constitute as an emergency. And Lalonde, help me, I'm stuck in the past. Let me out. Yes. Was it that tipped you off? Was it the fact that nobody else talks like this in the 1920s? What? No, I mean this entirely, literally. I'm quite literally stuck in the past. It's a temporal sense. Oh my god, wait, really? Who told you that? Was it... I bet it was yoinking my thunder. God, Strider. No, you're not listening to me. I have been transported back in time by a mysterious entity who recently saved my life just from another ridiculous assassination attempt. Oh, okay. Damn, false alarm, I guess. Wait, GCat can time travel now? Oh, it is GCat, you're right. No, it's entirely different, mysterious entity. They don't seem to be related to the Godcat, as far as I can tell. They rescued me from a parcel bomb in the mailbox, and a short while ago, they have since taken upon themselves to help me find out who was responsible. They're remarkably enthusiastic about the issue, almost as if they were their civic duty somehow. Oh, so a number of mysterious abilities? Intimate knowledge of male safety, a compulsion to aid random citizens. Are you sure this person isn't just your mailman, Jeannie? I mean, who knows what kind of magic those little guys can pull off? I'm pretty certain they would have absolutely nothing to do with that profession of mail delivery in any practical sense. Anyway, the point is, we're now an hour to the past from our perspectives, waiting for the perpetrator to place a bomb that not a few minutes ago threatened to blow me up. Kingdom Come. It's all a bit much to take in. Well, shucks buster. Shucks buster indeed. Damn. Shucks buster, guys. Or I guess Futurama, I told you. Yeah, it was definitely Godcat. You right. You right? I've never seen Futurama. I think I saw like one episode of Futurama, and that was about it. Just the very first episode. Because I was kind of forced to by one of my friends, because they were like, why haven't you seen this? And I was like, I'm sorry. I haven't seen a lot of cartoons. My bad. I wasn't allowed to watch Adult Swim when I grew up. Or even like when I was a teenager or like anything like that. I wasn't allowed to watch Adult Swim. While Jana's busied herself with something on her phone, you keep a lookout for anything suspicious. So far, nothing has happened, but just out of sight, you can hear a telltale sound of a vehicle approaching. You quickly elbow Jane in the ribs to get her attention, and the two of you peek your heads tentatively out of the bush. You watch as an unassuming van pulls outside of the house. You keep watching as an unremarkable person gets out of... Sorry. Gets out and carries a small pile of mail over to the mailbox, totally unsuspiciously. From the distance, you can't really make anything out from them at all. It isn't nearly as helpful or informative as you'd hoped. This isn't good. We can't see anything from all the way over here. I think we might have to resort to one of the more advanced techniques and a very distinctive arsenal. Just walk up to them. I propose that we accost this delivery worker, tie them up, and scriptedly interrogate them for any information that they might have. You guess that would work? Jean seems remarkably unconcerned with the ethical qualms inherent in assaulting the public servant. And at some point, you would have found this extremely alarming, but after a few months, on Alternia, you were so accustomed to this kind of thing that the thought of accidentally disagreeing doesn't even occur to you. Jane gets into the position to lead the charge. You reach your hand into a tear in reality, rummage around for a moment, and retrieve a long length of rope from somewhere into Hussie's hive. Hopefully she won't miss it. I doubt she will. You mutter a quick prayer of apology to the guardian deities of male workers everywhere, and then, now! The two of you leap into your hiding spot and tackle the helpless stranger just as they are about to climb back in the van. Have it you! Jane is blandishing her trusty spoon, threatening as any sword. The poor defenseless postman is taken completely by surprise and topples to the ground. You quickly tie their arms and legs, and then zap all three of you back into sight behind the bushes again. Then Jane sets to work. She fixes her captive with a cast iron stare, and with her ruthless efficiency, begin to rattle off relentlessly, stream off to aspute and insightful questions. Her tongue is like a whip, beating at her quarry to submission. You watch her silent horror as she verbally dismantles this unfortunate soul piece by fearful piece. It's like watching a dozen interrogation scenes from a dozen guilty crime dramas, nor detective films flicks all at once. She pretends to make smoke invisible cigar at once, seemingly without noticing at all. You don't even have words for what she's doing with the spoon. When Jane finally pauses to catch her breath, the nameless and faithless carrier manages to choke out a few words and spill the beans. It's a skip few beans, you're sorry to say. Oh my gosh. Next week's stream will be so much clearer with me, like, not stuffed up to the brim. In Futurama, Fly became his own grandfather when they did Back to the Future episode. Oh, that sucks. That makes sense. I mean, that doesn't make sense, but it makes sense, you know? They say they don't know much at all. Hell, with the Dane roughing them up like that, they can't even remember their own name. But what they do remember, mysterious package marked "Handled with care" and addressed to the Crocker residence. They say they remember thinking that there was nowhere else. What? That there was nowhere else in the package they could have been handled. I'm gonna read that all over again. They say they remember thinking that there was nowhere else the package could have been headed. Great, got that down. Glad I passed 3rd grade with that one. With a surname like that, it was only fitting. You know, with the big red spoon on their side of their box and everything. Jane doesn't say anything else. She just stands up and unties the prisoner. They are free to go. You flash them a look, which you hope to say something like, "I'm sorry for helping this distressed teenager tie you up in order to satisfy her curiosity, and I appreciate your ongoing public service. But you've never been great at nonverbal communication." A notification rings out from Jane's phone. Perhaps chatting to her friend in this trying time will offer her some comfort. You wander a short distance away, allowing Jane some space to process what's happened. You've learned the hard way that privacy is a fundamental right that should always be respected. How goes the investigation? Did you threaten a retail worker or something yet? Oh, Janie, you didn't, did you? God, I would have talked about this. Jane, are you okay? No, I can't believe that I'm typing this. My company, it appeared that they were the ones who sent me a bone. Oh, okay, you're right about them, I suppose. You're being serious right now? You're not, like, pranking me super hard for the megals? No, of course not. I'm hardly in the joking mood. Jane, this is great. Wait, what? You followed through? The batter bitch had wool over your eyes by no more. I'm so happy. What? No, this is awful. Oh, right, of course. That's what I meant. Will you please just stop talking for a second? I can't think with your endless ruddy-faced blithering all the time. I nearly died for the upteenth time this morning, but survived only to have my entire worldview start to collapse before my very eyes by the way of some mysterious time-traveling magic. Jeez Louise, this is easy for you. If, in fact, this might be Christmas birthday came early for all three of you. For all... what? Oh, yeah, the other two friends. The other boys, you know. You finally got what you wanted, which proved me wrong. Your insane collective conspiracy about my entire life being part of some evil plot looks like it might have just held water after all. Congratulations. Go on. Say what you told me so. Here, I'll even type it out for you so you can copy and paste it, so you don't even have to worry about any more spelling errors. I told you so. No, I'm not really sure what to say. You're kind of scaring me. I'm sorry, this is scaring me too. Jane sighs. You guess the conversation must be taking a turn for heavy, but you can't say for sure. You're feeling good about your decision not to pry into the private discussion. It would truly be some kind of fucked up to intrude at such a vulnerable moment, when people are rarely seen at their best. It feels as though I'm in the middle of an ocean. Scratch that, it feels like a whole world is in the middle of an ocean. Something so immense, so dark, so vast, so deep, I can't even begin to imagine what might be beneath the surface. Everything that I've ever known, everything that I've ever been, it's sinking down into it and vanishing with nary a trace. My only solace is to jump out of it in my own volition before I'm pulled under by force. And what? Is someone gonna catch me and help me stay afloat? The only float my best friend in the whole world has any familiarity is with flipping cocktails. Oh my god. Jane, I know you're like being kind of mean and exasperated right now, but it means a lot to hear that I'm your best friend. I love you, heart. Grr. Royal, please. I'm only trying to express the depths of my existential confusion over here. The ocean, the lawn, the abysmal, the infinite ocean. Can you even imagine what that's like? 1 second. Never mind. This whole analogy is contrived and nonsensical. I couldn't possibly have any emotional relevance. Couldn't possibly have any emotional relevance to anybody. Another sigh. God, I'm sorry, I'm not handling this well at all. I mean, to be fair, to be honest, no. But, like, I don't know, what precise arrangement of emotional responses would even realistically qualify as, quote-unquote, handling this whale finish, pun for topic appropriateness? Who, like, I guess I had, like, this whole plan for how I'd get you to accept the truth, and it would have worked to be less real. I'm gonna fuck genius. But also, I'm pretty sure it would have involved blowing up a whole bunch more shit. Or at least, mega escapades. How about shenanigans? Oh, you know it. Shenanigans the ass. The point is, I knew that it'd be hard. Maybe hazardous to our relationship and your physical health, but I knew that you were worth it. I would have also what tits worth. I don't give an effing fuck about dunking your ass. None of us do. God, this video is gonna be so unmonetizable. Not that I monetize my own stuff, but YouTube ain't gonna like it. With a third and final huff, Jane slumps down on the ground. This is like the most cuss words I've ever said before. With a third and final huff, Jane slumps down on the ground, visibly deflated. By all the tempest and fury is gone out of her. And now she's just sitting and glazing glumly all over and gazing glumly at the wall of bubblegum pink on her screen. She is so utterly miserable. Dude, reading freaking Roxy's, like, text messages screwed up my reading game doors that it was. But at the same time, it's still not the worst reading it, because, like, my brain just automatically fixes it anyways, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah. Oh my gosh, okay. You want to confront her and to offer solace and friendly counsel in this trying time. It comes a moment in every team's upbringing when she realizes that the globe-spanning multi-billion-dollar corporation, which is her birthright, has also been responsible for some pretty shady and heinous nonsense, including multiple attempts on her own life. But it's just part of growing up. But somehow you can't find the words, and maybe it's not your place to comment anyways. Before you can think of something to say, Jane shakes her head and starts typing again. Alright. That's enough sitting around feeling all forlorn. I'm pretty okay, actually. No, me, I'm talking about myself. This new reality is one that I simply have to accept whether I like it or not. It's no good being glum about it, especially not if it leads me to mistreat my nearest and dearest. I'm so not going to be the leader of a worldwide mega corporation. Big deal. There are better things to do, to be applying my savvy towards. Friends who have my back, for instance. Oh my god, Janie! I love this new enthusiasm! I understand that I've been reminiscent in duties as of late, but that ends now. Where once I had a duty to my heritage, now I have a duty to those who care about me. The call of leadership comes from elsewhere. On God, Jane, yes, those words are your type and meaningful and full of poignancy. Jane strikes a pose that looks at once determined, bold, fearless, and resolute, and while still typing ferociously away on her mobile, it just goes to show how hard she must have trained for a moment like this. My voice was not built for this. It's gonna be gone by tomorrow. But it's fine, we continue. We're 13! And so, for my first act as a responsible friend with eyes unclouded by the Sergei haze of a manipulative breaking empire, I say that it ends here. A game in which we've been pawns in years for oh my god. The game in which we've been pawns for years stops today. Yes, hell yes, hell yes. I think I've rather gone off on the idea of games altogether, haven't you? Specifically, the game. Hell fucking... wait, what? The alpha. I've decided that I'm just not gonna participate. It's a Crocker product, and it's clearly part of the grand evil scheme or another. It's positively suicidal to consider playing it at this point. Well, yes, but what? There's no doubt in my mind about it. Furthermore, as your friend, and as one recently reminder of her duty to care in this regard, I feel like I should strongly advise against any of us playing it. Or anyone at all, for that matter. Now that I think about it, it's our solemn responsibility to ensure that nobody ever gets their hands on that game. Just imagine the havoc it could wreak. We've got 1 week before the alpha is due to release. I'm sure that we can think of some nefarious schemes to disrupt it in the meantime, if we were to work together as a team. I trust that I'll be able to count on your Haxlor skills in this endeavor. Sure, completely accidental lack of excitement, my 6 skills. Are you sure to be it? I knew it. You're the best BFFC one could ever hope for. Jane clears her throat, pockets her phone, and seems to have reached some kind of conclusion. That chat looked from the outside like it was one huge emotional journey from the start to finish. We're glad that Jane seems to be feeling better for having it. Whatever they ended up talking about. Honestly, I'm glad you're done with that conversation too. That was so difficult for me to read. I'm so sorry for everybody that had to endure that. Holy crap. Sometimes all you need is a friend to vent things towards, in a healthy and productive manner. I suppose I should thank you again. Without your help, I may have never learned the truth. It's quite possible I would have lived out the rest of my potentially very short life without another opportunity to see things for what they really are. I don't know how I repay you. Since nothing today has changed the fact that Jane is ludicrously wealthy, you can think of another great number of ways that she can feasibly repay you. But that might just be pushing it a little too far all at once. So instead, you effortlessly spin some yarn about this being what friends are for, and so on. It's speech you've given many, many times before. I've decided on for a great deal, but now that I think it's time to forge my own path, and under my own steam, I'll show the world that Jane Crocker can accomplish with naught but her two bare hands. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have an existential crisis to avert. Holy crap, we are stopping after that because my voice just, I can't do it. It sucks. Oh, look at what we got though. I don't know what these are gonna be. Oh. Cooking by the book. You set Jane down a path of leadership. Nice, nice. Did we get anything for Egbert? Not that I see. So it's just you for now. Which is good. Oh wait, does this mean shorter day for John? Oh, is there a different? I thought we went through all of Dawn's days. I mean, at least we finished like the real thing for Jane, because this is a different bet. Like, the heck. But yeah, no, I have to edit there. Holy crap. You're back? Oh, good. Glad you're back. We can use the last, like, 5 minutes, or I guess 15 minutes, to just talk about Homestuck and such. Let me make my VTuber a little bit bigger. So we could just chat about random crap. There we go. Okay. But yeah, so that was nice playing that. We got to see Jane and John for their birthdays, you know, catch up on their lives as far as what could have potentially happened if they hadn't gone to the game. Oh, you know what? One thing sucks about the horns is like if I like turn to the side, they're like slightly off, but I can't really do anything about that as far as like turning. But yeah, I really like these. I don't exactly know what design I was going for when I like made this when I was freaking less than 12 years old, but yeah, they stuck by. It's good OC material. I tried so hard to like get it somewhat close matching enough to my VTuber style, because I'm not the one that painted my VTuber, but I wanted it to look still fitting enough as far as that goes. Also it was difficult making the thumbnail because a lot of the trolls, like nobody has like curly hair. Everybody has like some sort of pointy-esque hair, so I had to just do my own thing as far as figuring that out, which wasn't the most difficult. I mean, it's just like, it's a little puff. I did forget the my 2 little needles up top, but that's okay. I don't need the needles. It's cool. If I was in Homestuck, I would have that as my it's not spar. What is it called? What are those called? In my capture logs, what are those called? My strifes. That would be like my strife weapon, for sure. How am I? Dude, I am still sick. 2 days ago, I got sick. I had a fever, was like absolutely dying. I still went to work though, because I didn't want to have anybody like come in to take my shift, and it was also payday for people, and I was just like, you know, I have to be there to pass out the checks. It wasn't a good situation. How did Homestuck affect my life? Homestuck, it's my session that my friend got me into when I was in 7th grade, I believe. We were in science, and my friend was like, oh, by the way, there's this, and they also got me into anime. Gosh, that friend made me a weeb and a Homestuck person, and kind of was the reason I also started cosplaying, and I'm just like, oh god. They made me too. That's, I wouldn't say the worst version of myself, but I'm not a popular choice, I guess, to probably choose as far as everything else goes, you know? But yeah, so like, I was reading Homestuck since middle school and really participated in the fandom as far as like art and such like that. Like I had Amino. I was very big on the Homestuck Amino and such. Like, I wasn't like, you know, like popular or anything, but I meant like as far as like interacting and stuff with other people, it was nice. And so even today, I still like to see what meetups or events are going on and such to kind of, you know, participate with the community further. I was never a Sharpie bath person though. I never messed up any sort of, you know, conventions or walls or anything like that. I very rarely even put on gray face paint. I think I've done it like a total of 3 times. Also, holy crap, in high school, I don't remember if you remember this, Nick, but I wore the 2 different colored shoes or the 2 different colored socks that everybody would make fun of me for. And they'd always be like, oh, by the way, you know, you forgot your other shoe at home or whatever. And they're like, haha, no, I did this on purpose because Solux. I specifically did that because of Solux. I guess they did to make me to the worst person. But yeah, not the Sharpie bath. Yes, the Sharpie bath. Gamzee has curly hair. Gamzee does have like quote unquote curly hair, but if you look at it, like, it's not puffy. It's not like, it's like more kind of crazy rather than afro, if you would, you know, just like say it like that, is how I describe it. Like, it's not super much like, I don't know if you know what I mean. But, you know, it's not a poof. It's like a mess. Can confirm they were sick as fuck. I don't know why they aren't resting right now. Yeah, I can't stop 413. I can't push it back, or else I would have pushed back the stream for like tomorrow or something. But it's fine. I was gonna say I'll rest when I get off stream. I can't even do that. I have to go pick up my grandma. I can rest for like an hour, and then I have to go immediately go pick up my grandma to go get her car back. Oh well. Gotta help the fam out. I was on Amino. My condolences, dude. I know, for real. I was on like the anime Amino. I was one of the curators on that too. And that became toxic with that leader. What other aminos? I was on the Dream SMP Amino. Freaking one of the Friends Aminos. Markiplier's Amino. I was on quite a bit of Aminos. I miss Amino. Those were good days back in Amino. I was in the cosplaying Amino. I was involved. Way more involved than I should have been, but I was involved. That was my Tumblr. It was Amino, which isn't a great thing, but oh well. Let's see. No poofy like you. Yeah. No Mima. Nope. Unfortunately. Nope, no poofies. I would say, Kurlos and Gamzee would be the closest to having that curly hair, as far as anything goes. I think Calliope also had somewhat curly hair-ish, quote-unquote, you know. But in the style, like, that they do, I don't think it would have translated well for me doing that to myself. Making that thumbnail. That's good. You know, it came out the way that I needed it to. How is Puppy? Puppy is good. He barked only once this stream. I was very surprised. I heard Secret immediately go after him, which is great. I was happy about that. I was on the art one for a week, I think. Oh, on the art amino. I don't think I joined any specific art aminos, just because I always did art of specific fandoms, and that's kind of like what drove me a bit more to continue practicing the art. Mainly the Markiplier Amino was like where I like really hit home for that of like, let's do some art. But yeah. Let's see. Well, I feel like I was gonna talk about something else as well. I honestly just don't remember. But yeah, you know, the fandom's still going strong though. Like a lot of people, like, they'll still celebrate 4/13, take it very much so as a holiday. Like, there'll be like little pop-ups of things. I'm not gonna say exactly what, because that'll give away my location, as I do say so, but there's little pop-ups and such that happen, which is really nice, and that I wasn't able to participate in this year for 4/13, but next year, hopefully, I'll be able to get to go to that. Even though I was asked if I wanted to go, and I had the chance to 100%, I was just like, no, you know what? I'm gonna skip this one out, which is for the best. I ended up getting sick anyway, so it would kind of ruin that experience. Also, whenever I go to conventions, there's still a crap ton of Homestucks out there. Like, even me, like, I went to a convention as a John, again, my god tier John, because freaking they're having a photo shoot meetup, and I was like, heck yeah, I'll be a part of that. Oh, I also, I got to have the honor of being in the same room as Dante Bosco, which is Rufio, so that was pretty chill. That was sick. My friends took pictures of him. I didn't myself. I was invited to take pictures, but I was like, oh, no, it's okay. But that was so nice. It was so cool. But yeah. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna go freaking sleep. I'm gonna go finish my nuggies. I have 3 whole chicken nuggets right next to me. Not finished. Because I was trying to down them before the stream started. And I didn't exactly get that far. I know there's Homestuck 2. The fandom would still be alive and well. Yeah. I heard rumors about Homestuck 2, and I don't think that's gonna ever happen as far as Hussie goes. But Hive Swap was nice to like have that kind of extension as far as like another comic universe continuing that sort of format. And then I enjoy his other comics as well. But yeah, today I'll just go out in the world, you know, celebrating 4/13 with my We Love Fine shirt, because We Love Fine always had freaking Homestuck merch and crap. I think Hot Topic still might have Homestuck stuff. I'm not entirely sure, but I know We Love Fine. It's still got the Homestuck flow going. So yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna sign out, guys. If you had a good stream, or hope you guys had a good stream. Hope I had a good stream. I don't know if I had a good stream. I'm not gonna remember this. This is a whole fever dream for me. At this point, I'm like half dead right now. Have a great 4/13, guys. Thank you for joining me. I saw 4 people were joining me today. That was so nice. Peak viewers of 6. It's cool. I don't know if that's our record. That might be our record, actually, as far as that goes. But anyways, goodbye, guys. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.